Hello, beautiful ones. This is Lorelei Fenton coming to you today with our second Bliss Out event. The first, which I did last week, which was really more or less of a sample. And we're going to be doing these on a weekly basis, just so you know. Some are going to be in person only, and some are going to be online and in person. And we're gathering our tribe, so to speak, those that this kind of magical experience and practice is really appealing to. So as we do this, I'm not sure this video right now may also serve as a sort of a sample or not. I may just give it to group members. I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to do with it, but we're just getting started. And if you happened upon this video without finding out what our Bliss Outs are about, you really want to read the document about the Bliss Outs, and I will refer you to that. And if you're happening upon this video, you should read that first, because what happens is then you're not able to be involved in these activities if your mind is going, well, what's going on? I don't know what this is, and what's that? What does that mean? And oh my goodness, and all that. We don't want that. So this second video, the first video of my sample video, I gave a lot of information, but this video, no information, just, well, a little bit here and there, I should say, but not a lot of information is coming at you. So you really want to read that. I highly encourage you to stop the video now and go and find that and read it. So we're going to get to the practices today. Now, I want to let you know that I'm a very sort of movement oriented person, a very kind of boisterous person, and I move a lot. But for you, as you practice these techniques, which is really what this is designed for. This is designed for you to practice these techniques with me here. You're not just as a listening thing and, this is nice. No, it's actually to practice it. Now, if the only thing you can manage in your life at a given time is to listen, okay, that's better than nothing. But really what's wanted is for you to practice it. So as you practice this, and I'm just looking, remember, oh yeah, so you practice at your own level. So your own way of practicing. It could be a very boisterous way, or it could be a very mild way, it could be a very centered way. The universe responds to your energy, your beingness, and doing it your way, not doing it somebody else's way. But feel free to make noise and whatnot. Just if you are in my online audience, of course, keep yourself on mute so people can hear. At times, I will be doing these various statements. And the statements, most of the statements that I'm going to bring to you, not all of the practices, but most of the statements for sure, are coming from the Saint Germaine's 33 I Am Discourses, which were channeled in about the early 1930s. They were channeled from Ascended Master Saint Germaine, and they are, I will tell you, some of the most powerful things that I've ever experienced or read. And I've experienced a lot of powerful stuff, really a lot. So I would almost say maybe at this stage of my life, they occur as the most powerful things I've experienced. So working with your I Am Presence, the divine presence within, the power of God within you, the creational power of God, the manifesting power of God is unbelievably powerful. So the reason that I am given sort of special permission, I checked in with my higher self, and checked with the Ascended Master in the cosmos, and I was given special permission to share these with you, which is not normal. Normally, you need to listen to all of those discourses in order to be having those statements. But the permission was given because this is a way to get you to understand a little bit about the I Am Presence within, and to have you then go and really explore it fully. So I highly suggest those 33 discourses, one at a time, a little at a time. Slow and steady wins the race like the turtle, right? Not all at once. And when you do that, by the way, I have a special gift for you, which is I have put all the statements together in one beautiful document. You don't even have to worry about that, ever doing that for yourself. And I can give that to you as a gift, and you can use them as you see fit. So without further ado, we're going to get going with our practices. The first thing is what I call divine I Am Presence pour through. And what we're going to be doing is we're going to be pouring the I Am Presence through our body, literally. So we're reaching up, 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 up to the sky. And I'm going to say this and then you repeat it. I'll do the best I can to guide you in that. Divine I am presence, pour through my body. Divine I am presence, pour through my body. And see that this wisdom directs always, in all outer activity. In all outer activity. I am the mighty magic circle of protection about me. I am the mighty magic circle of protection about me. That is invincible and impenetrable. That invincible and impenetrable. And that repels from me any discordant thought or element which seeks to intrude itself. And that repels from me any discordant thought or element which seeks to intrude itself. Yes, yes, yes. Now, if it's difficult for you to follow along and echo me, or in the times when I'm not doing the echo and I'm just saying it, you want to say in your head, yes, 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 as much as you can, as many times as you can, because what you're doing is you're cueing in the universe. This is what I want to. Give it to me, not just to her, give it to me. So yes, yes, yes. And I'll try to say that at different times. So now let's feel that presence because it's pouring through. It already started while I was talking, right? It's pouring through. Again, feel it at your own level. Doesn't matter if you're quietly feeling it or if you're, and feel it, filling up every crack and crevice from your big toe all the way up the legs and the stomach area, and the chest and the arms, and all the way up to the very tippy top of your head. And creating this sphere around you, like a mini globe around you. Yes, woo! Yes, yes, yes. Now, you will be getting, if you're in my Meetup group, the written copy of all the things that I do with you. And it's always expanding because I might give you an extra thing one week or another week or whatever. You're going to get that written copy so you can do these practices at home. And really, they can be done in about 30 or 40 minutes once you really learn them or get used to them. Okay, so they don't take that long. Now, obviously, if you can't do every single one every day, because we all have lives, but you want to at least, it's going to be extremely helpful to at least fit in some of them, and maybe some one day, some another day. I do them every day because I literally don't want to go out of the house without feeling great and being lit up like a Christmas tree, right? From the inside. So that's what I do. So that's our divine I am presence pour through. Now we're going to accept the sun's energy, the earth's energy, and we're going to share our own personal energy and particles and all of that, God light and all of that. So the sun actually has a name, Solaris. The earth has a name, Gaia. You didn't think that the earth bringing forth all of this life, all of this amazing life, didn't have a consciousness, did you? These are conscious beings, the earth and the sun, and at a level of the archangels. They are what you might call archangels in physicality. Okay, so here we go. So again, reaching up. Beautiful Solaris. I accept your gorgeous energies, your adamantine particles, your light codes, your healing energies and particles, and your upgrading DNA, upgrading energies and particles into my body's being an energy field in perfect amount for this body now. Yes, 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 if you want that. Yes. And you see, I feel the energy. I'm not doing this. It's like I'm feeling the energy going through me. Like I can't help it. It just like does it to me. So this is very real, right? And now, yes, feeling that swirling around now, reaching to beautiful Gaia. And I'm standing here with no shoes on the earth. The best place to do your practices, if it's possible, if it's not the dead of the winter in a snowstorm, right, is on the earth, grounded with your shoes off, right? So you can feel that earth energy. Now, if you can't do them there, do them in your house or wherever. Do them somewhere. but do them somewhere where you can see at least the light and all of that, right? To bring it in. Okay, so now, beautiful Gaia, I accept your gorgeous energies, your adamantine particles, your light codes, your healing particles, your DNA upgrading particles into my body's being, energy fields, and chakras in perfect amount for this body now. Yes, 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 if you want that. Yes, yes, yes. We want to say perfect amount for this body now, so none of us are overwhelmed by the amount that comes in. And now, beautiful Gaia and Solaris, I am sharing my beautiful light codes, energies, and particles, my healing particles, my adamantine particles. Did you know you have those? You do. With you, divine beings of light, you have them. With you both in perfect amount for this moment now. As we create this gorgeous kaleidoscope of light energies and particles all around and within me, and a healing and a joining cord of these particles to each other throughout my days and nights. Woo, yes. So you're always connected. Very, very good. Yes, yes, yes. Say it so that you get it, right? Ah, yes. And now, this is where we give divine gratitude in your own personal space with your hands on your heart. Divine gratitude for your beloved energies, for your to the sun, to the Solaris, to Gaia, to the divine creator. Especially divine gratitude for this divine spark, this opening up high heart divine spark. This divine spark, which is actually the core of my beingness and allows me to have this life and experience it. Yes, yes, gratitude. Gratitude for this beautiful day and all the beauty of my life and all the greatness of my life and even the learnings of my life. Deep gratitude, past, present, and future. And just take a moment now by yourself and give deep gratitude for whatever you're particularly grateful for, concrete things or non-concrete things. I'm very grateful for my beautiful crystals and my brand new singing bowl. I mean, I have like literally probably hundreds, if not 1,000 or more crystals. And I'm wearing some of them, as you can see. And they just fill my world with these beautiful energies. I do sell them, by the way, on my site as well, because they're all filled with fifth dimensional consciousness light, which was infused into them by the angels and archangels and the ascended masters in our meditations, in a group meditation. So yes. Oh my. Actually, I have these powerful transmitter crystals that were infused. And then they are so powerful, they infused everything else that they come into contact with, which I do. So I infuse my crystals with the fifth dimensional energy of love, and so on. Peace, bliss, joy. Okay. Now, do you want to do some I am statements, some of which I'll do me, then you, and some of which I'll just do, and you can yes in your head. Let's see. Let's do a me, you. I send forth into my life. I send forth into my life this mighty, radiant, intelligent energy of God. This mighty, radiant, intelligent energy of God. I command it to create all perfection. I command it to create all perfection, to draw to me the opulence of God, to draw to me the opulence of God, made visible in mine own hands and use. Made visible in mine own hands and use. I have to remember, I just lost it. I am the creational power. I am the creational power. And I use this mighty energy. And I use this mighty energy all day, every day in my beautiful life. All day, every day in my beautiful life. I made that last part up. You'll find it to be a little different because it just wasn't coming to me. Sometimes when I'm working with you and I'm also working with the energies, I get so caught up in this, the beauty and glory of it that the words just fly away. So that's okay. We can say what we want using the I am presence, but just be aware that that declaration is a little bit different on your sheet. Here we go. This is the last part. I am no longer the babe of Christ. I am no longer the babe of Christ, but the masterful presence, grown to full stature, grown to full stature. I speak and command with authority. I speak and command with authority. Woo! Yes, yes, yes. Even if I don't remember to say yes, you remember to say yes, right? Yes, yes, yes. Now I'll just do some, and you can yes it. I am the only intelligence and presence active in my world. Yes, yes, yes. I am the invincible guard established, sustained, and maintained over my body, my mind, my world, and my affairs. Yes, yes, yes. I am the governing intelligence of the universe. Yes, yes, yes. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Okay. Now, when I do many of these that you'll notice are like sort of sending forth into the world or whatever, I usually will turn around like this. I'm not doing that so you don't lose my voice here on this recording, but just so you know when you're in your own practice, that's a great thing to do when you're doing something where you're sending out that energy is turning, okay? The more we give, the more we receive, especially in the world of the energy and the spiritual world. So as we give of our light, our love, our energy, our joy, in these ways, we are receiving more and more. And what was given to me by my guides is very much missing in the world in terms of manifesting things is unity and oneness. When we together come together to manifest for ourselves and others and the greater world at large, our power is literally to the power of 10. It takes it to the power of 10. And what that means is if we come together with 2 people, that's to the power of 10. If we come together with 10 people, that's to the power of 100, because it's 10 times 10. So this is why I encourage you to, come find that tribe, that this really, that they are ready for this kind of work. And let's get them all together and bring up our power to the highest height in altering life itself and the world. Bringing forth that new Garden of Eden. It's really what we're up to. Okay. Now we're going to connect to the 5th dimensional consciousness grid and the Christ consciousness grid. And you can hear more about this. There's a little bit talked about it in my sheet about this. So don't worry about what it means for now, because we're not going to talk about it a lot. And I'm also, though, making a video that talks directly about this in one part of the video, a video about how we bring forth the new earth. That's going to be coming out hopefully next week. So look for it in next week or latest the week after. And that will tell you a lot more about these consciousness grids, because the consciousness grid we've been living inside of has been one of fear and pain and suffering and trauma and scarcity and lack. And that's not what we want anymore. So we're keep clicking up to these new grids. They're actually age-old grids, but that had sort of fallen into disrepair through many, many eons of our being in these dark kind of fear-based energies. So let's do this now. We're reaching up to the Christ consciousness grid and we're clicking in. Yes, yes, yes. And we're holding this connection. I am holding it. We are holding this connection throughout my days and nights. And as I hold this connection, it allows me to stay more in the energies of love and peace and bliss and joy. And it also expands the consciousness grid, allowing others to stay in the energies of love and peace and joy. The Christ consciousness, the knowing we are the divine royal offshoots of the great creator, reaching also up to the 5th dimensional grid, clicking in, holding this connection throughout days and nights. Feeling that connection, letting it pass through to Gaia as well. Woo! And it's a great thing to connect every day to these grids and to keep yourself connected. And if you feel like you fall in frequency, just connect back up there and grab it and click it in and sit with it for a few moments, right? Yes. That means if you fall to a lower vibration or of anxiety or fear or whatever like that, okay? Now we're going to fill our body with rainbow light. That's actually the egg of rainbow light. It's an egg of light that is around all of us. By the way, it's always around us. It's just at different sort of depths away from us. How far out it goes depends on how much work we're doing, how much light work we're doing. Now, you can see your own rainbow of light, by the way. I've seen it many times when I'm out in the sun with the spray, spraying my plants, right? And I can see this rainbow of light, this oval shaped rainbow egg of light, okay? And after I do my light work and bring it in, it gets much bigger, right? It gets to be enormous. It takes up a couple of yards. And sometimes I guess people are taking up, miles, who knows, the more we go along, My nieces have seen this rainbow of light. It's very real. It may depend on how open your third eye is. So we're working on opening that as well. By the way, you can do your chakra activation exercise that I shared with you last week, every day too, if you want. I do that every day, along with all of the rest of these things. But again, it's pretty quick for me at this point. Okay. So, rainbow egg of light. Divine presence, clothe me in your eternal, transcendent garment of light and bring forth in its greatest glory and majesty my magnificent egg of rainbow light. Now, feel this first of all. It all comes through. Light always comes through the crown chakra here, right? And it's coming down, and feel it first of all, of course, filling up every part and parcel of your body. Always want to do that, okay? Every part. And then feel it like a cloak, like a garment around you. It's socks, it's pants, it's a shirt, it's long sleeve, it's got mittens, right? Every bit of you. It's a scarf, it's a muffler, it's a hat, every bit of you in this garment of light. Yes, yes, yes. Say it. Yes, yes, yes. And now you're going to feel it. We're going to go for the egg now. It's coursing down here. It's going to come right to your stomach, your solar plexus chakra, but filling it with this massive light energy. Just feel that, filling up that area, filling it up, filling it, till it feels like, it's going to burst. It is about to burst, and it's going to burst in just a moment. It's going to burst, and it's going to be like a geysering up above your head at higher and higher levels. So let's fill it and fill it and fill it. And once it geysers up, it of course tumbles down around you as your egg, filling it and filling it and filling it. And now geysering 1 foot above the head and gushing down, 2 feet above the head and gushing down, 3 feet above the head and gushing down, 4 feet, 5 feet, 6 feet, 7 feet. Anytime it's too much, just, stop there. 8 feet, 9 feet, 10 feet above the head and gushing down. Gushing 11 feet, 12 feet, 13 feet, 14 feet, 15 feet, and the very highest pinnacle above your head you can possibly reach. Gushing, 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 gushing. Geysering, gushing, geysering, gushing, geysering, gushing, geysering, gushing. Woo! Yes, yes, yes. You feel this, folks. This is not made up. This is real stuff. This is the let there be light that created everything. So you're going to feel this if you really let yourself get involved in it. Now, this light is around you, this beautiful egg of light, bringing this to the very, very highest frequency and vibration, the fastest speed, the most brilliant color, rainbow color, and expand, expand, expand. Woo! Yes, yes, yes. Yeah, you don't want to go out of the house into the world without feeling this great. That's my feeling, right? At least I don't, right? That's why I do these things every day. Oh, yeah. Okay, I'm just looking at my notes to see what I am doing next with you here. Yes, let's bring some commands in with our I am presence. Just think for a minute, what do you really, really desire for your life? Little things, specific things, yes, but even more importantly, as an overview, what do you truly desire for your life? For me, I desire, and I am bringing into being more and more and more every moment, what I call this luxuriating life. I'm luxuriating in time and space. There's no time or space worries. I'm luxuriating in bliss. I'm luxuriating in the high frequency energies, high frequency sounds and music, like singing bowls and beautiful music. And I'm luxuriating in nature, my garden, the flowers, the growing things, the vegetables. I'm luxuriating my crystals, water. I love water. And I'm luxuriating in this open-hearted communion with you. And bringing forth my brothers and sisters, such as you hopefully find yourself to be, some of you. So luxuriating in bringing these communities together. So what is your true joy? Get the picture of that in your head. And kind of give it a name. I call it my luxuriating life. Give yours a name. And now we're going to, okay, I'll give you another second. Okay, now we're going to command that into being. Here we go. Let me see, let's do a me, you. Here we go. I am the commanding presence. I am the commanding presence. The exhaustless energy, and the divine wisdom, causing my desires to be fulfilled, causing my desires to be fulfilled. Okay, now I now command into my life. I now command into my life, and then say what it is. This luxuriating, I'm saying it, you say it. This luxuriating life. And now see it and feel it. Woo! Yes, 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 yes. We're going to say that again. I always start with it and I say it at the end, okay? So we're going to say it again, but this time I'm just going to say it and you can yes it, okay? I am the commanding presence, the exhaustless energy, and the divine wisdom, causing my desires to be fulfilled. Woo! Yes, yes, yes. again, you know, once you're practicing with this, you don't have to say yes, because you'll be practicing and you'll know what to say, and you'll say it with me. Of course, on a recorded thing, you'll kind of keep it on mute, right? But once you get to that point, you don't need to say yes, you can say the actual declarations. Let's do one where you yes this one. This is a good one, okay? Hands on the heart. I embrace the life principle and intelligence within this body. I am everywhere, even to the very heart of God, the governing intelligence of the universe. Therefore, when I wish to precipitate anything, I know I am the power acting. I am the intelligence director. I am the substance and being acted upon and now bringing it into visible form in my use. Woo! Yes, yes, yes. I am the only intelligence and presence acting. Yes, yes, yes. I am the pure mind of God. Yes, yes, yes. And now only say this one if you really mean it, because you never want to make a commitment to the divine if you don't mean it. So listen to it, and then if you want it, say it. I forgot what it was. I do accept the full activity of my mighty I am presence. Woo! Yes, yes, yes. So if you're ready for this kind of power, this kind of joy, this kind of love, and you're really ready to shed the rest of the nonsense, that's when you make that commitment, right? Okay. You need to take a breather at times. I'm going to take a little drink of my water and then we'll keep going, okay, with the next thing. Now I'm going to charge this space in my home with the pure electric divine I am essence of love. We are going to. And also with the divine God light. So if I was at home, I would be standing right in front of my home, or I would be in the center of my home. And since I'm not at home, but I want to still charge my home and I want to charge the environment around me, this beautiful park as well, I'm going to reach up through the ethers. Do that now. Connect over to where my home is. If you're at your home, you don't have to do this, but you're not at your home. This is when you do this. And feel that connection. And that connection is holding throughout this entire exercise we're doing right now. So I am now charging my home and current environment with the pure electric divine I am essence of love energy and the pure God light. From the basement to the first floor, to the second floor, to the attic, and all around the exterior of the house. And a 200-foot radius all around the house. We are allowed to charge this 200-foot radius. That's part of our divine God abilities and allowance. I am fully charging it with the pure electric divine I am essence of love and fully filling it with the divine God light, adding to the charge and light that is already here and there, bringing it to the various highest possible charge and light for this now moment. This home, radius, grounds, and my current environment are keeping this very high charge or higher, and this very high light or higher for the entire foreseeable future. Anyone who comes into this home, or even walks across the grounds of the sidewalk, or anyone who lives or hangs out within the radius or this current environment now, the I am essence of divine love And the divine light is automatically and ongoingly clothing this person in this divine light. And in this I am energy, at presence energy. And furthermore, God, the mighty I am presence, is keeping whatever is not wanted out of this home and away from this radius and away from this environment. Woo! Yes, 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 yes. Say it. Listen, this really works. Okay, because I got to tell you, in one of my homes, I had a neighbor who was really kicking up a ruckus and getting fights with other neighbors and throw things at their car and everything else. And I began infusing. This is when I began one of the early parts of when I began infusing. I began infusing the whole area as well as her home, which is in the 200-foot radius with this. And you want to know, this behavior stopped completely. I kid you not. So this stuff works. People don't even know that it's working on them, honestly. Now we are allowed, like I said, because we are divine beings of light, we are the ones with the power. Now, we can't force another person to come along and be loving and whatever else, but we are allowed to get them out of our space of a certain radius, right? Get that energy. I wouldn't say that, but that energy out of our space as the divine children of God. And again, when there's two of us, it's a 10 times result. It's a 10 times result. So if we had 10 people here in this park right now, there'd be 100 times the radius. So we're talking power, and this is how it happens. And this is how we expand those consciousness grids, by the way, as well, as we expand the radius. So, let's see now. What to do next? Let's see. Let's do a body healing. I often tell people that this really, like I said, this really, really works. You can youth in your body. Many people would not believe if I told you right now, my quote unquote human age, you probably wouldn't think that was the case. Most people don't. Most people, when they see me with having grandchildren, I don't have grandchildren, I'm sorry, but I have children, nieces that are at the age of a grandchild, right? And they're not young. So when they see me having these grand nieces, they go, they're not related to you, are they? Because they're not at the age, right, for my child, but they don't think they're at the age to be a grandchild. So they're grand niece, as the case may be. So this really does work. And if you look back at some of the videos I made maybe 5 or 6 years ago before I started making this, I actually looked older and I didn't look as healthy then as I do now. So let's reverse the process. That's what this meetup is about, by the way, reversing the process, being in that love, joy, being in that health, that youthful state of being, as well as the love, joy zone. So now, hold on, I'm just checking my time. Okay, good, we're doing good. So now I'm gonna pull out my 2 crystals. Now, oftentimes I do work with the crystals. If you don't have the crystals, that's totally okay. But if you do have crystals, and by the way, I'm selling sets of these chakra activation crystals, which would also include some for this exercise right now, because what I'm going to be pulling out here are my healing crystals. There's the number of healing crystals, but a couple of really good ones are jade, and this is chrysoprase. Anything in a green color is a very healing crystal. Blue is also one of the healing colors, okay? So I'm pulling out, of course, green has blue in it, so that makes sense, right? So I'm pulling out a jade and a chrysoprase. And you might want to pause this right here if you do have some healing crystals that you know are healing, and go get them. And if you don't, you're going to just do it with your pure intention in your hands, okay? And I'm going to walk you through the full version of this healing exercise. I don't always do the full version. I did the full version for quite a long time, and then I got a Reader's Digest that I do now and again. So you can do the same. Do the full version until you're really, really know the universe has got it, and then you can do a Reader's Digest and just bring the full version in now and again. So here we go. I am the presence, bringing this body up to the perfection, the perfect state of the upgraded divine blueprint of perfection. Upgraded because we're upgrading our DNA, by the way. That stuff, that junk DNA, it was never junk. Okay, bringing all of my brain. I'm going to walk through all the parts and systems of the body in this, just so you know. Okay, bringing all the parts of my brain, the brain cells, the brain stem, the dendrites, the brain down the spine, the stomach brain, the central nervous system brain, the nervous system brain throughout the body, the thoughts and thinking, all up to the perfection, fifth dimensional consciousness, the upgraded blueprint of perfection, bringing me those perfect electrical impulses for love, joy, peace, bliss, abundance, harmony, brotherhood, and the like. Woo! Yes, yes, yes. And I am bringing all of my glandular system, the pituitary, the pineal, the pineal, pituitary, the hypothalamus, the thyroid, the thymus, the adrenal, the pancreas, the ovaries, the male sexual glands, bringing them all to the upgraded perfection, and giving us the perfect chemicals, pumping out the perfect chemicals to support and align with this fifth dimensional experience of life in the joy bliss zone. Yes, 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 yes. Bringing forth perfection in all of the inner workings of the body, in the heart, and the pumping of the blood, in the lungs and the oxygenating system, in the system of veins, the beautiful veins at the perfect tautness and suppleness, showing or not showing as per the blueprint, perfection in the circulatory system, and perfection in all the inner workings in the diaphragm and digestive system. Now I'm going to be going through the body parts down here, and you can't really see them, but you can look that up at some point so you can be doing this yourself. In perfection in the stomach and the liver and the spleen and the let's see, stomach, liver, spleen, the gallbladder, in the large and small intestines, in the appendix, large and small, large and small, I lost the word. Anyway, the appendix, and in the uterus, in the sexual canal, in the bladder, in the waterways canal, in the male apparatus, for those of you with that, in the bowels, perfection of the bowels, and the solid waste apparatus, and every single other apparatus and organ within the body. Yes. And bringing perfection to the mechanical and structural parts of the body. So the bones, the tendons, the ligaments, the joints, the muscles, etc. Bringing perfection to the structural mechanics of the skull, and the structural mechanics of the neck, and the structural mechanics of the shoulders. Hang on a minute. That's my alarm to let me know we're at the 15-minute mark. Perfection, structural mechanics of the chest bones, the backbones, the shoulder joints, the upper arms, the elbows, the lower arms, the hands, wrists, and fingers. Perfection in the structural mechanics of the spinal cord, the ribs. Perfection in the structural mechanics of the beautiful hips and hip joints. Perfection in the structural mechanics of the upper legs and the gorgeous knees. Operating perfectly at the blueprint of perfection. Perfection in structural mechanics of the lower legs, ankles, feet, and toes. And finally, perfection in this beautiful blood, this beautiful, gorgeous gold, liquid gold coursing through our bodies, perfectly enlightened by the enlightening system of the body, perfectly oxygenated by the oxygen system, perfectly oxygenated, perfectly nutrientized by the nutrient system, bringing gazillions and gazillions of protective cells and protective particles to the body, and gazillions and gazillions and gazillions of healing and upgrading particles to the body, both of which constantly regenerate in massive quantity. And as this courses through my body in perfect quantity, I'm perfectly enlightening every single cell, system, and part, perfectly oxygenating every single cell, system, and part all day, every day, perfectly nutrientizing every system and part all day, every day, perfectly protecting, healing, and upgrading every single part where necessary all day, every day. And let's send that energy, that healing, upgrading energy to the parts of your body that need it. If it's a tiny little, bothersome thing like a paper cut, or if it's a big thing, let's send it right now. Sending this all day, every day, these healing, upgrading particles. Yes. I have several target spots, so you just hit your own target spots, whatever they may be. Find them and just kind of shake those crystals around, right? Phew. And now we close this up with what I would call, like, normally what I would do if I wasn't doing the full thing is I would do this mini Reader's Digest version. I always close with this as well. I will swirl these crystals around my whole body, just for 30 seconds, talking about, the different systems or whatever. And then I say this, and this is your kind of Reader's Digest body. And I am now bringing this body to the state of the upgraded blueprint of perfection, healing it completely. Here we go, healing it, hold on, completely, perfectly, permanently, and quickly. Yes, 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 let's yes all of that. Yes, 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 yes. Woo! And it doesn't matter which way you say those, what order, quickly, permanently, perfectly, whatever, it's fine. So that is one of the things I do for healing and bringing my beautiful, youthful state to my body. So, okay. I'm gonna now sort of move to the part at the where I like to keep these within approximately an hour. I could go on a little longer for sure, but I know that sometimes people like to stay within about an hour for such things. So we're going to now move to the part that I'm going to call the sound activation portion. So in the beginning, let there be light, right? And light was the conscious creational thing that came forth to begin to now create life. And now, in order to create life, you needed vibration or sound. And so there was the originating sound of the universe, because all matter, quantum physics now tells us, is comprised of vibration at different levels. So, a rock may have a very slow vibration, whereas a flash of light, of course, is a very high vibration, right? So very fast vibration, I should say, a fast vibration versus a slow. Or we have a low vibration energy, which is like fear. And then we have a very high vibration energy, which is love. So matter itself, everything from, a chair to, this tree, is all comprised of vibration. So we want to bring in sound vibration. Now, last week I tried my singing bowls, but they were not heard on this for some reason. I don't know if I need a special kind of mic or whatever. You could not hear my singing bowls and you could not hear my voice in the higher realm, which is kind of a bummer because I love to bring you my voice in those beautiful angelic tones. But so today we're going to do something a little different. And I'm going to sing a little to you, and then we're going to do a practice, kind of a chanting of a sacred chant. So in order to do this, I'm gonna, you're gonna see it looking a little weird for a minute here as let me put these away. It's gonna look a little weird as I move this, because I gotta move this, I have to move the iPad down so you can hear me better. So I'm gonna move it down. Probably as close as I can get it. Here. And I'm gonna turn it around right now. I'm going to you. Oh, I can do this. I'm going to let you do something else besides me, because I don't want you to focus on me. I'm actually inviting you right now to kind of go get yourself into a comfortable position, lying down, lying down on a bed or on, well, if you're out in nature, on the grass, on your mat. If you want to get yourself a pillow or a blanket, whatever makes you really comfortable, you can pause right now and go get that. I'm going to set this up so that you're not looking at me. I just want you to feel the sound and hear the sound and have that experience. Okay, so let's see. All this around here. It's set. Hopefully you can hear me. I've got the speakers pointed at me. I'm going to first sing you a sacred song, which dates back, if you can believe it, to the days of the last Garden of Eden here on Earth, which was probably tens of thousands, maybe 100,000 years ago, the age of Lemuria and ancient Atlantis. And just let this down wash over you and let it bring you whatever's needed in this moment. I'm going to sing the ancient version and then the kind of a translation, if you will. Yada ala suaba paratis. Yada ala sueba paratis. Pa 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 para pom. Ara ara tum Old soul, wherein we return, our souls return as one together, seeking thy light, hearing thy light, knowing thy light, making known thy handprint within the earth, where thou hast placed thy sacred seal within man's heart, where he would open, where he would know, remembrance forever. Now, if that powerfully moved you, or even brought tears to your eyes, or in any way powerfully moved you, you may want to reach out to me, because it's very possible that you are part of ancient souls who came back here to reunite at this historic time as we raise this earth back to the beautiful Garden of Eden, or heaven on earth that it once was. And you may be part of that soul group and that mission. So reach out to me if that was powerfully moving to you. And if it wasn't, that's okay. You have some other great missions and some other great lives, right? We're all eternal beings. Now we're going to do Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme it's H-U-M, but it comes out like oom. That's how it comes out when you sing it or say it as a chant. And this particular way that I do it is a kind of an ancient practice of doing it, but there are many ways to do this chant. But I do it 3 times, and then I follow with 3 ohms, and then I keep repeating it. So let's do it a few times just so you get the idea of it, and then we'll do some specific things with it. And put yourself on mute or whatever if you're in the audience here, make sure you're on mute. Let's just chime in whenever you're ready. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Om Om. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Om Om. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Om Om. So that's the idea of it, and now we're going to start to work this, because the very basic meaning of this is a kind of bringing the body and beingness and spirit and everything back into balance, back into perfection by the divine power that we are. And that's a kind of a very, very loose translation. There are many translations, but they all apply because these words have multiple understandings to them. They're sacred words. So this is what we're doing. So now what we're going to do as we say it, you're just going to think through each of the parts of your body where there is any kind of issue whatsoever, whether it's the paper cut or whether it's some really big issue. And I will usually do Om Mani Padme. Let's say I'm doing my ankle and my knee and my stomach. I will do Om Mani Padme Hum, because with my focus on my ankle, the next one, not the whole set, but just the first one. Then the next one I'll do with a focus on my knee. And the next one I'll do with a focus on my stomach. And then I'll do my ohms at each place. That works for me, but you do it however it works for you. And if you want to stay in a particular place, to do it just over and over because you want to feel that place, that's fine too. We're going to get going with this now, just focusing, putting your attention as you say the Om Padme Hum on that area. Now, if it's too much for you to try to do that because you don't know the chant and that's overwhelming, just listen to my voice and put your attention on the area of your body that you would like to bring into perfection. That's fine too. Though at some point you want to actually vibrate your body with the sound, but I understand like right now you're just getting used to it. So for now, if you don't want to try that yet, that's okay. So here we go. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Om Om. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Om Om. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Om Om. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Om Om. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Om. If you haven't done your skin, your entire beautiful face and skin, you do want to do that now too. And just think through your beautiful skin to youth and whatnot. Here we go. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Om. One more to hit any place that you may have missed. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Om Om. Now let's think through and put our attention on perfecting each and every chakra. The chakras are, the chakra system is the base. The originating light body, which was the blueprint for your body to be created and for you to come into. And when you perfect the chakra system, there is no possibility of being sick or having any ailment whatsoever. So put your attention now on each chakra, and we're going to do it again in sets of 3. So we're going to start with the Earth Star below our feet up to the knees of a brown color. And then we move to the root, which is a red color, and the navel sacral, which is an orange pink color. Now, if you don't know anything about any of these, you want to watch that original, that first sample video I make where I did the chakra exercise. So the root is at the base of the spine. It's a red color. The navel sacral is actually a combined chakra of a pink and blue color between the navel and the perineum, or whatever that might be called for a man down there. So here we go. So again, the Earth Star, which spans from deep in the earth, from a couple feet into the earth up to your knees. The root, and that's brown. The root is red at your root at the base of your spine, and the navel sacral in that womb area, we'll call it pink and orange. Here we go. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Om Om. And by the way, this is a great one to do if you don't, especially if you don't have a time to do your whole chakra activation exercise. You can do this, and I do this every morning anyway, laying in bed before I get up. But this will get them activated and on board for your day as well. Kind of a mini version. Okay, now we're going to do the solar plexus, which is yellow, and it's right in the center of the stomach. The heart, which is in the center of the chest, and that's a deep aqua green kind of color. It's a deep green, but with some shades of that blue green. And then the high heart, which is between the little notch in your collarbone, and that's of a magenta color. So again, solar plexus, stomach, yellow, heart, aqua green in the center of the chest, and high heart in the notch in your collarbone, magenta. There we go. and do it as best you can. I know you don't really know all these chakras yet, and that's okay. So if you only remember one and you just stay there, that's okay too. Don't stress out about anything. If you remember the general area but don't remember the color, just do it however it works for you. You'll get the hang of it at some point the more you do it. And here we go. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Om. And now moving up to the throat chakra, which is a sky blue. The third eye, which is an indigo blue or purple. And the crown, which is a violet, may have shards of silver and gold in there. So again, throat, sky blue, third eye, indigo blue, purple, crown at the crown of the head, violet, with possible silvers and golds. Here we go. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Om. This is a great way to know and understand your chakras too, and they're explained fully in the chakra activation, so you really get to understand what they all do. And next, we're going to move up to the upper soul, to the soul star. Some people say it's an upper and lower soul star, and that's okay because we have multiple chakras. We have 12 right here, only 7 of which we really knew about for many hundreds and thousands of years, but more that are coming on board now. And there are a lot more too, and chakras that kind of are split into 2 parts and everything. So don't worry if somebody says this or that chakra and you don't know it. It's just lots happening out there with activating energy centers. So the soul star is about 1 to 2 feet above the head. It's a brilliant, gorgeous, beautiful white. And let's just take a moment to imagine all of our chakra colors just going right up the spine, up to the soul star, and creating this beautiful, brilliant white. Here we go. Breathe it up. Woo! Okay, so this brilliant white of the soul star chakra, dazzling white, all the colors coming together, creating white. And if and only if you have already activated and you know what your stellar gateway is out in the cosmos, you can activate that with a gold as well. If not, just stay firmly on that white. Again, you don't want to activate the stellar gateway unless you are ready to really unify with the divine and make that commitment to do that. But if you are there and you've already activated it with the other exercise that I did, then by all means consider that as well. But if not, just stay on that white soul star and just consider that. Here we go. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Om. And let's just do it a couple more times, just all purposely, just like letting it just be. You don't have to do anything or think anything or whatever, just let it be. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Om Om. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Om Om. And I also always T or peace, which goes Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Everybody together. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. And that closes out our full day. Minutes over the hour. So I do in there for right. And in the middle of these sacred exercises, we don't really want to stop and say, that's it, done. So, let me just fix this so you can see me here. So I bless you. Thank you for these divine practices with me, which magnifies all of our power. If you are kind of doing this and you're already in the meetup, then you know about the meetup. I hope you will join us. I hope that you will join us, online or in person as much as you can, whenever you can. Again, the more we come together, practice this, the more it magnifies our power, each of our power individually as well as for each other. And do them as well on your own if you can. And I am making and getting out to our meetup group all of the words, a document that has all of the words and all of the directions for each of the different things we do. So, and repetition is extremely valuable when it comes to these spiritual practices. If you happen to cross this as a sample, then by all means, consider joining our meetup or just join. If you feel like this is your tribe, join us, right? If you also would like to support this work in the world, that is also very possible to support me in this work. You can do that with a one-time donation to my PayPal in the notes, which I'll put in the notes. Or you can do that by becoming a patron of my Patreon page. There are different levels and tiers, and you get different things, but you get lots of goodies in there. You get some great videos and whatnot that I made that are only and specifically for the people in that group. And it's much appreciated as we raise the frequency and energy. Your support of me doing this work is very much appreciated. So, and you can also, of course, buy crystals from my crystal site. You can buy the chakra crystals, the whole set. I'm putting those up in the next couple of weeks, by the way. If you don't see them right away, that's what's up with that. So many, many ways to support me as well as supporting your own journey. God bless you. Have a beautiful day.